Salam. My name is Muhammad Fauzi Hanif. I'm a student at Venus University and I'm an ISMA awardee at Abu Dhabi University. I'm in the dorm right now because it is too hot and noisy outside. But I think because I spend a lot of my time in here, sleep inclusive, it is a good place to describe my experience. I have wanted to learn about Arabic language for a long time and subsequently Arabic culture and how Arab people live. Being a student at Venus University, one of my options is to study abroad, but this would be too expensive for me. But then, I saw news about ISMA in my study program, students group, and I thought to myself, what a great opportunity. So, I followed ISMA closely, its requirements and my university's application process for about 2 months. I sent emails to my university and took Duolingo English test. But I made a lot of mistakes in the application process that I am very sure that I would not get accepted. But the result was out and I got accepted and I still cannot comprehend it till this day. Still confused about why I got accepted. I created a passport and did some administrative tasks, and a lot of things was still going on at the time. With tight timeline, the pandemic, and other stuff that I'm pretty sure, even though I get accepted, I will not go to Abu Dhabi. And I eventually got deferred to the spring semester 2022. But I preferred this because I like when things were calm and not in a rush. When I arrived here, I felt so foreign about my new environment. Everything was so different from what I used to. The environment, the weather, the scenery, the buildings, the path that I took to go to a grocery store and the items on the grocery store were so different that I felt so foreign about it, in a good way. Even though I take this as a normalcy now, making it so weird because it is not normal for me. The initial noticeable cultural difference for me was segregation between male students and female students. And I noticed this initially when I tried to take the shortest path to go to the grocery store. But I could not take it because there was a female dorm on that path. I did not experience any culture shock. Also, I'm surprised by the fact that most of the people living in the UAE are immigrants. And because of this, not everyone was able to speak in Arabic or English very well, and they brought their own culture with them. For my studies, my courses and classes were introductory, so I thought to myself, this would be easy. Even though in the process there were a few things happen along the way. I did not think there was a significant difference in lecture practice and style with what I have had in my home university, and the only significant difference for me was the tuition fee. I did not need to change my study habits or pace during my study abroad, but there were some changes that I made because I have had 2 years of online learning and I am so done with it. I had my exams and the cycle was not new for me. I started anxiously learning what I needed to learn, felt unprepared before the exam, felt okay during the exam, felt good after the exam, and when the grades were out, they were good but lower than my expectation. And most of the activities that I did to introduce Indonesia to my international fellows came in the form of talking. I introduced to them my country and they introduced to me their countries because people are very diverse in here. I get to know a lot of countries and they get to know Indonesia. If I can go back in time, I would plan early for Umrah in Ramadan because it was hard to get permissions from the sponsor and others, and it was hard when the timeline was very tight. But no regret in here because I will not do something unless my Lord has set it up for me. The one thing that really affects me after ISMA by being in Abu Dhabi is I need to be grateful. My Lord has tested me with abundance of everything. How is it even possible for me not to be grateful when my Lord has given me a lot of goodness, a lot of wealth, and a lot of what I wanted? That is why I desperately need to be grateful. My most memorable experience is I have been given a lot of goodness and I need to be grateful for this. Other than that, I met with Arab people that could not speak English very well, forcing me to speak in Arabic, and I love this. I met with very nice people from all parts of the world. I cannot emphasize this enough, but the most valuable thing that I have earned is the need to be grateful. I know a lot of people do not have access to what I have experienced. People in here, they spread salam to the people they know and to the people they do not know. And I hope I can implement this more in Indonesia. And from the language perspective, I just hope the people in Indonesia know more about Arabic language, because it is the language of Al-Quran, and Al-Quran is the guidance for humanity. So I hope they can understand it. Maybe I will spread more salam in Indonesia and hopefully teach and spread the meaning of Al-Quran and do what my Lord has told me to do. My initial commitment to contribute to ISMA was to prepare the next generation of ISMA awardees to Arab regions with my experiences. For example, introduce them to Arabic language and culture. But it turned out that for ISMA 2022, there were no universities in the Arab region. Nevertheless, I still want to contribute to ISMA, my home university, and Indonesia by spreading my knowledge and experiences, and hopefully this will be useful to them. And to close this video, I need to say some phrases. I am officially #ISMA bias because obviously they sponsored me to be here. So thank you, ISMA. Even though we could be nicer to each other, but I understand it is hard to manage a lot of people, and I am grateful and blessed. I'm gonna end it with ISMA tagline. #Be bold to go abroad. Salam.